Hi, I hope you're all doing well. I am going to share my September setup in this video. I have two planners I've been using on and off for maybe 2 or 3 years, and one on the top here is the MM, which is equivalent to personal size rings from Louis Vuitton, and the bottom one is the GM, which is equivalent to A5 rings. This planner on top has been my work and on-the-go planner recently, and the bottom one is my catch-all where I have my entire life in there, from goals to trackers, you name it, everything is in there. I don't take the bottom planner anywhere. That's why I have the top one right here. However, I want to show you some items that I purchased and afterwards how I've been implementing them. The first shop that I ordered from was Rosie Papeterie, and I did look at some of these items. In fact, I not only looked at these, so this is not really a true unboxing, but I also was able to use them during this week. And now it's kind of nice because I can kind of share what's been working and maybe what hasn't been working. Okay, so first here, I did reorder some stickers that I have loved so far. One would be the finance stickers, and I ordered 2 packets of those, and they each have 2 sheets in there. If you have watched any of my other videos, you know I've been using these little icons, and I love using them, and I was so happy when I saw them in stock, and I had to immediately grab 2 packets. Next up would be these essential icons, and the same thing. I've used these before, have enjoyed them. I wanted to kind of stock up on these 2 as well. You also receive 2 sticker sheets per packet. And then these are new. I've been playing around with these. I haven't committed to paper yet. I will look at these first. Again, 2 sheets per packet. These are the finance ones. These are rounded labels, somewhat new to the shop in the color sable. And they're very transparent. When I was kind of playing with these, I realized that this was nice. It's just a nice little touch. I mean, a little bit of a very soft color of the color sable. And so these just say budget, to buy, bill due, and payday. And I'm very excited to either use them in September. I really did not use them actually, or I may save them for 2025. I'm still a little bit unsure, and that's why I just kind of looked at them, but I have not used them in my September setup. And next up, also in the color sable, these are the work rounded labels, and you have meeting, contact, email, and work. All of the stickers from Rosie are very good quality, so I don't question that. I just don't know when I want to get going with these. Now that I have them in person, I kind of wish I ordered another packet for both of these. Either way, though, I think I have enough to get me going here. And then next up, this is something that I've been looking for a while, because I previously shared how in my A5 ring agenda, the only thing that hasn't clicked has been a weekly insert. With that said, I went back to Rosie's shop and I found these that I think will work very well. I ordered 3 packets. One of them is in here already. This one is sealed, and this one I opened it so that I can show them to you without my writing on them. Okay, so I've been really enjoying a half-hour slot, and that's pretty much what you're going to get here. However, having half-hour slots, or in other words, a full day for Saturday and Sunday, in the inserts that I've been using has been a little bit too much. So I found these that have a shared Saturday, Sunday, but yet still have the half-hour slots. And I think these would work. I see a lot of potential with these inserts. They are undated though. Again, I keep flirting with this idea of doing a custom, whether it's with Rosie or from 8lotus. Either way though, this is a time to experiment, so then in January I can commit to something. And so that's what I've been doing. And so far, they've been working very well, but it's only been like half the week. And I will show you how I've set this up in a couple minutes. So this is the way it looks like. Like I said, it's undated, but I've been able to use my different stickers that I have to date undated inserts. So I got that. So that is the first order. Next up is the order from 8lotus. Okay. Let me just take this out of here. And I received these cards. By the way, I did receive cards and freebies for Rosie, but I have also shared those in previous videos. These I'm sharing because they are different from the previous one. This is the first time I've received this one that says, this card says invest in yourself. I don't have anything like this, so that's why I wanted to share this. And then the thank you one, this is a standard thank you card that you always get from 8lotus. And then the monthly card, which you also get. All right, so first up, there are these 2 packets of sticky notes that I purchased. And My plan for these, as soon as, I don't know why, I've seen these before, but I didn't have a clear vision of how to use them. But this time when I went on the website, I did. You get 2 packets of these, really good quality. I've never had any issues with any of the sticky notes from either Rosie or from Infinite Lotus. And I want to use these for content planning, meaning my rough draft. And by content planning, I mean specifically what I'm sharing over on Instagram, which, by the way, my handle is Dr_Alva Plans. And since I only post Monday through Friday because I take Saturday and Sunday off, I thought these would be perfect to kind of brainstorm what I want to do. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it has 5 slots. Obviously, you can use this for any other to-dos, but for me, these were perfect for me to just, like I said, brainstorm and jot down what I could potentially share over on Instagram. Very, very happy with these. I will show you how I'm using them and love them. Just highly recommend these 2. And I just can't believe I didn't purchase these before. But now that I have them, I'm so excited to continue with them. Now I have this dashboard. I was honestly going back and forth. This is not a new release, this dashboard. It's been at the shop for a while, but I would look at it and kind of think, wow, I don't know, I'm so neutral, right? But now I kind of feel that with fall and everything, actually everybody's trying to get cozy. And for me, going into winter is just not fun for me. And I'm thinking, what if when it gets gloomy and dark, right, I want some kind of a pop of color in my planner. So this is something I can save for when that occasion comes. I'm not going to use it at the moment, but when things get dark, I wouldn't mind having this as my front dashboard. The quality is really good, no issues. I think it's just, I don't know, it's just a nice touch. And so I'm looking forward to using this when the time is right. Okay, next up, these inserts right here are going to be for my personal planner right there. As you can see, this is in personal size. And this is exactly what I've been thinking about doing. One of my issues has been that there's been a lot of overlap between the monthly in my personal rings and the monthly in my A5 ring agenda. And that has really bothered me because not only do I have to because I do worry about the decorative piece, right? So not only do I have to make sure I have the right icons and the date dots, all these kinds of little details, right? That goes into setting up a monthly spread. But that just kind of got to me. And the idea of having to repeatedly write the same thing in both of those layouts, meaning the monthlies, that has been eating me away. And it's just been really bothering me. And so I said, hey, what if I try this? So that way I don't have to worry about using any stickers or anything, maybe one sticker, if that, right? And just keep this super simple. I know these are undated because you would have to write your month right there. But I think this would work. And so I did implement this, and I can tell you that not only did it take up less space in my planner because they are back to back. I mean, you get a view of your entire month right here, right? But it's been just so functional. So I can't wait to share that in, like I said, in a couple minutes. That's all going to come because I did take these out. I set them up, and now I can share what's been working or how I feel about them. Next up is an inbox, which I want to use specifically for work. And I have used inboxes before, but sometimes it's about the timing with an insert. And I think this was the perfect time for me to use something like this for work. And that way, I really feel that this planner is very different than what I have going on in my A5 ring agenda because the overlap has been just driving me nuts, right? So I'm thinking with these tweaks, it really will be a more, like I said, work/on-the-go planner. So pretty much you get to mark whether the item you write here is next. You're putting it on the calendar. Maybe it's going straight to like a project. Maybe it's something you're waiting on somebody else to do something for you in order to accomplish that task. Maybe it's something you want to get done someday, so it's in the back of your mind. It's not urgent. And then there's a maybe where, depending on the situation, right, it may or may not happen, or it may be something you need a reference to go back and look at this. And so you get plenty of space here, I think, especially for, like I said, for something for work. A lot of my work is repeated items. Like once I get going, I don't need to keep writing the same things over and over. And I'm kind of more like on autopilot type of thing, right? And not only that, but because there's so much going on with technology, there's so much already there that writing it may be a little bit redundant for me. So I think something like that would be perfect as just reminders. I did purchase one for the A5, but I don't, after looking at this, I don't think I'm going to use this. I think I still prefer to use a month on 2 pages. But it's good to have it just in case, you never know. And finally, I have a notepad from Infinite Lotus. I've been eyeing this for a very, very long time. And I finally decided to pull the trigger because sometimes I want a space to just kind of scribble and not have to worry about taking the insert in and out of the rings or anything like that, because I do snip my inserts to easily take them in and out. I never write in my actual planner. I always write on a flat surface once I remove the inserts, kind of like a disc style system where it's already snipped and you just take out the sheets. Anyhow, these this I know the paper from Infinite Lotus, just like Rosie, just amazing, and I'm really looking forward to this, especially when thinking about like YouTube ideas. I thought this would be a great place to just jot things down, and then once I want to move forward with whatever idea I propose for myself, then just kind of throw the page out and be done with that. All right, so now that I have shared all these products, let's talk about what I've been doing. I'm going to start with the A5 ring agenda because I only tweaked one item here, and that would be the inserts that I'm using now. Everything else has remained the same. The majority of the inserts in this agenda are from Rosie, such as, I just do a quick flip, my perpetual calendar and my quarterly inserts, as well as my month on 2 pages, which I will definitely continue doing so. I don't plan on going with the other insert that I showed you where it's like a month on 1 page for A5 anyway. And then afterwards, I have my section here for my weeklies. I started with Rosie's week on 1 page, moved on around, I did that for January, February, March, April, and around May, I went with Infinite Lotus's week on 2 pages. This is hourly though, with ample space for to-dos here as well as up there. And that was working well, but then I kind of wanted those half-hour slots, and that's when, by August, I switched over to these. And these are the ones that I've been sharing recently. I love that I've been able to use my stickers in here. I have a running to-do list here, and I can kind of put events, and whenever there's like an open space, I've been enjoying placing a sticker. These are from Lightly Inked. And this is how this has been looking like. And like I said, it was a good time. The only issue was that with going back to work, I don't know. I just kind of felt like I needed a change. I needed like somewhat more space or something, you know. I felt things were getting kind of crowded. And I love these inserts. These are undated inserts. And I wanted to continue using my stickers, my deco stickers. And I, for some reason, didn't want to go back to these here. I don't know what it was. And it's just, I think just having so many to-dos around there, I don't really know. And also, I kind of felt like having a full day for Saturday and Sunday in the half-hour slots was just a little too much for me. So for September, I have set up Rosie's right here. So this is just pen and paper at the moment, right? Because I will go back and then put like my stickers and everything at the end. So for now, this is what it looks like. As you can see, I'm still able to use the full day with half-hour slots starting from 8 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m. But my Saturday and Sunday are shared right here. And let's see, I feel like this is going to go better for me, especially because now I have more space to write from left to right, because that has been an issue that for some reason, even though this is A5, I want a lot of space, even more, right, than what an A5 insert will provide. I've been using my date stickers here from Paperie Planning, which, by the way, if you don't know, Paperie Planning has closed, but because I have so many stickers from that beautiful shop, I'm continuing to use them. So I'm sorry, they're not available for purchase anymore, but I want to use my stash. I took the sticky note off because this is where I'm placing my sticky notes for what is going on, like I earlier shared, where I'm writing what I'm doing, what I'm sharing over on Instagram. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I love this. Once I commit to the item, because sometimes I do change my mind, like I'll brainstorm at the beginning of the week, and then as the week goes by, depending on how things are looking, if I commit to it, I'll write it at the top right there. So that's where I'm at right now. Okay, so this is it. Everything else has remained the same in this planner, with my content planning here for Rosie's month on one page. So all these inserts I've been showing you have been from Rosie, with the exception of some of the weeklies from Infinite Lotus. And my trackers are all the same, very much enjoying those, and my goal planner as well. My goal inserts with some notes pages in the back for random notes, and everything else is pretty much the same. So that is it for the A5 ring agenda. So not many changes except for that weekly insert. However, this one, I did implement a couple more changes. My issue has been going back and forth with my setup here because, like I said, I don't want to keep repeating what I had here over here. I did switch out a couple dashboards I kind of felt like if I'm using a lot of Infinite Lotus inserts, I kind of want that whole vibe from Infinite Lotus. I kind of feel like I have a Rosie Papeterie vibe going on here, but then I have my Infinite Lotus vibe over here. So the majority of these inserts are from Rosie, with the exception of my trackers and the occasional weeklies I was experimenting with. And this one, at this moment, they're all from Infinite Lotus. And I really feel like this is really working out for me. I did share this today over at a reel with over on Instagram, just looking at my layering here. These are all dashboards from Infinite Lotus. And by the way, I still do have my codes with both of the shops. From Rosie, it's Nora 10, and from Infinite Lotus, it's Nora 8. And here it is. This is the inbox. Very excited to use this. Pretty much when I know something, I need to think of something that I will have to do later on in the future, whenever that is, right? That's the purpose of the inbox. So I have this set up already. Very excited to have these here. Okay, next would be my monthlies. And this is super simple. I decided to back plan to July just because I didn't want to start like in August, September. It was kind of not even. So I decided, let me back plan for July, so that way I'll have 6 months fully here. The only sticker I did add was the little $sign for the paydays. And this is just perfect. I just write the item. I don't have to worry about any decorative items, nothing, stickers, nothing. Just so simple. And I think this is so streamlined to me. I'm so excited about this. So I do have this all set up. That's August and September for like my meetings and everything. And then as time continues, I will plug things in here. I think these are so easy. If I'm at an appointment, I can easily just look at this and not get lost. I don't know. I feel like this is so simple that this is it. Like, I really feel like this is what I should have been doing. And now I'm so glad I'm doing it. And then I'm still using I was using the Rosie grids. But then after a while, I felt like I needed more space. I don't know what's going on I've been talking about this idea of more space, right? And more space meaning I wanted a bigger grid. And I kind of felt like, okay, if I have a lot of these Infinite Lotus inserts, let me just go all in and let me go with those grids. So yeah, so I am using the Infinite Lotus grid now. And this is a weekly running to-do list for work specifically. So I have that and I have that. And this is this week, which is not completed, but I need to get to that. And then afterwards comes a surprise. So I did forget to show you something that I ordered from Infinite Lotus because I have them in here now. The inserts are all in here. And that would be, believe it or not, daily inserts, but not your typical daily inserts. So let me just back up. All of this is just plain grid, okay? I used whiteout just to, take that off and the line out of here just so that it just feels a little bit cleaner to me. And because I'm using this for planning, not necessarily for notes, I didn't want that. I'll eventually use whiteout to, get rid of that, which I love the font. Don't get me wrong. It's just like I said, I just wanted something just for work, very streamlined and nothing, because like I said, I'm using these for weekly running to-do lists. Anyway, that is this small section right here. But the next one is for daily planning. And that's why with the inserts that I showed you, which I'll just kind of reference right here because they're right here. With these here, I don't have this too filled, like meaning to the brim. Like usually this would have been completely filled out. Instead, I'm kind of giving myself some space there, some white space, I should say. And then there'll be space for using a very pretty sticker wherever I want to place one, right? Because because the other issue was, yes, I could put all my to-dos here. I can, right? That's a very common thing to do. But I didn't want it to look like that. And maybe I might change my mind, right? Instead, I decided to go with these daily inserts. These are dated. So pretty much you get your monthly page for September. And when I ordered, pretty much you get moving forward the dates when you ordered. So in other words, if you ordered in July, you would get July till December. Well, I ordered pretty much at the end of August, so I got September till December here. So these are all dated, and it's an entire big old section right here. This is it. These are all daily inserts, but again, I wanted to make sure I didn't have a lot of overlap, and I'm not using this as your typical daily. They're really just like brain dumps. That's what they are. I talked about how in another video how I was using my pocket agenda, the PM from LV, and I liked the idea of doing brain dumps. But then I said, I don't want everything, because there's some silly things on here, right, that I don't necessarily want to remember. It's just something that came up, right? Something that's not of I don't know, super important compared to something else, right? And so those more important items will definitely go here, right, that I need to remember. But more mundane every day or things that I do, you know, on a daily basis, I don't necessarily need to write that there. It's more like for events, you know, and time blocking for items that I'm doing in those weekly. Let me show them to you here again. In these weekly 2 pages, the half-hour slots. Whereas here it's like nitty-gritty, you know, like everyday stuff, right? And then I started noticing that the list got longer and longer, and I realized, hey, I actually do more than what I was writing, and I've been enjoying these. These are dated. They're very simple. I'll show you a blank one here up close. I love that it has the day of the week there, and it has that. Notice that I didn't put anything here for like, where's my, oh, back here. Notice that I didn't put anything here like any timed events, because I know if I have an appointment, I will go to my monthlies right here. Okay, and that's when I'll know when something's going on. And here it's just brain dumps, just writing a list a day. I am a list planner, and this really is fitting the bill. I even thought about journaling a little bit, but I'm not sure about that. I can definitely put a sticker on here, but honestly, I like this. If I'm at work and I remember something, I can just jot it down here that I know I need to do when I get home. And this is working. So we'll see how it goes and how it continues. But for now, I'm so excited to have these inserts. And lastly, continuing this idea of brain dumps and whatnot, I put here my list. Now, I'm still kind of going back and forth on this one, because now that I have these daily inserts, I'm wondering if I'm going to keep these list inserts. Pretty much originally, I set these up with the idea that if I'm out and about and somebody tells me that I need to do something and I don't know when it's going to get done, I write it here. Like, for example, it popped in my head the other day when I went to enroll my daughter for her dance classes that, hey, I better try on her ballet and tap shoes to make sure that they still fit her. So I wrote that there. By the way, I did do it. I'll cross that off afterwards. The point is that these are things that just randomly pop up, and eventually it'll go somewhere, right? So it is kind of like an inbox, but it's personal items, because as I said, my inbox for work would be here in the front, right there. This has nothing to do with anything personal, and this has nothing to do with work. So again, if I'm on the go, I think of something, I write it down, or somebody tells me something that, yeah, I better do that. I write it down here for personal items. For work items, they're right here. My weekly task list for work would be right here, kind of brain dumping everything for work. And here, whoops, there they go. And here it would be like, these are personal items. Nothing related to work goes on here. These are just pretty much my daily lists that I have, but these are personal items, because I do understand that there is still kind of an overlap of what's going on here with work/personal. But in order for this to be on the go, I can't just make this fully a work planner. And likewise, if I take this planner to work, after work, I do run errands, I do different things. And even when I'm at work, when I have a moment to myself, when I'm not teaching, then I do some personal things very quickly. And then I go, meaning like during my office hours, if no one comes, or if I have an appointment and they leave, I have a couple minutes to do something. Maybe it's a phone call, whatever it may be, right? Reschedule an appointment or something, because I have to be careful, because by the time I get home, it's busy time, because I have the kids and they need my attention. So sometimes it's easier for me to get things done after I'm done teaching during that prep period. Or during that office hour time, if no one comes, and then I come home and not have to worry about that anymore. And that's when that's where these lists come into play, because if I'm not at home, the majority of the time I'm at work. Likewise with these list inserts, when I'm out and about and something pops up, I can write them here. All right. Everything else, like these little things here, they're the same. But anyways, these accessories, I should say. Thank you so much for listening to me. Maybe you can notice my excitement, my joy in my voice, because I think I got it, right? I think so. So September setup is looking really, really good. The only thing I wanted to try here was this. Let's see. Ooh, that's really thick. Okay, yeah, that's not going to work, and it's really a tight squeeze. Let me see something else. I just want to see if this fits in here. Okay, oh, that's better. But I don't know. Oh, that's really chunky. Okay, that's, I would have to remove some items from here. This will not close. All right, it was worth the try. That's something I've been wanting to do to see if that would work, putting the little notepad in the back here. But honestly, I think I'm just going to keep this on the side. This is just not something that's going to work for me because I don't want this super bulky planner. Okay, so this is it for today, and I hope you have a wonderful day or evening, and that you were inspired with some of the ideas I shared. I know I'm inspiring myself with some of the changes, and I cannot wait to check in later on and tell you how things have been going for me. Thank you so much, and I hope to catch you in the next video.